is the challenger in Wade. What makes a man do what Gacy has done to Breakker?
Listen, it's hard to understand what on earth this man has been up to. You've got to go back in time. Remember that his original message was one of inclusivity, bringing people together, all this good stuff. But now, for me, the mask completely slipped. Things have devolved into a quest for Joe Gacy to grab power in NXT by any means necessary. There is no one more powerful than the man who holds the NXT Championship, and that clearly is where Gacy wants to be.
In the eyes of a very deranged superstar. But there we looked into the eyes of a superstar who is walking with a purpose, the NXT champion. And I talked to Breakker earlier today, said he will have his father on his mind. You can see Braun wearing a singlet, the same singlet worn by his father, the Hall of Famer Rick Steiner, on the very first Monday Night Raw back in 1993.
Wow, what a piece of history right there, adorning the body of our champion, Bron Breakker, of course. WWE Hall of Famer Rick Steiner, a man tortured by that man standing in a corner, his opponent tonight, Joe Gacy.
When I talked to Breakker, he told me that tonight when he comes through the curtain, he cannot enter a dark place. He must block out the noise in the mind games played by the challenger.
Easier said than done.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is for the NXT Championship. Introducing first the challenger, Joe Gacy. And his opponent, he is the NXT Champion, Bron Breakker.
Well, for Breakker, arguably the greatest test to his mental makeup and also his reign as champion. I mean, I can only imagine his thoughts over the last few weeks.
It's pretty simple. The way I see it, we've seen plenty of times in the past with opponents like Ciampa, like Gunther. Braun is a hothead, and it's his biggest weakness by far.
Oh, and Breakker quickly right into Gacy. Both men spill to the outside, and this is what Breakker said he did not need to do, is enter a dark place. He's got to stay composed, and right now it's Breakker taking it right to Gacy. He must be seeing red.
Well, you get under the skin of Bron Breakker.
Oh,
melts down before your eyes. He needs to keep it together tonight.
Real quick takedown, and look at Breakker right on top of Gacy, who slithers his way free. I mean, one word that describes Breakker, it's intense.
Absolutely, and clearly Gacy just tasted that firsthand. Didn't like it at all.
Well, we saw last night on Raw, Cody Rhodes seeing red after Seth freaking Rollins mentioned his Hall of Fame father, the late Dusty Rhodes. Rhodes Rollins 2 this Sunday at WrestleMania Backlash Premium Live event.
The first was a classic between those two, but an angry Rollins is a scary proposition for anyone.
Well, so's an angry Bron Breakker, who just brings in Gacy the hard way. And look, it's not going to be easy.
What you did to my family. You're not going to make it out of this. I did it for you. I promise. I did it for you.
It's not going to be easy for Breakker to harness his emotions.
Said it himself, don't mess with my family.
Breakker unfazed.
Gacy tried his best to capitalize there on that emotion, but denied by the power of Bron Breakker.
Look, we talk about the emotions. I mean, the big question you have is, can he stay composed?
Gacy is exploiting the weaknesses of Bron by attacking his family. New levels of adversity that the young champ has never faced before. This is Bron at his most vulnerable, in my opinion.
And Gacy finally able to take down Bron Breakker and control the pace of this matchup. Can you imagine what NXT would be like if Gacy were the NXT champion?
And that paints a bleak picture for me. To quote George Orwell, it'd be like a boot stomping on a human face forever. It is as close as NXT could get to complete dystopia. One I hope not to witness.
Oh, and Breaker right on top. Oh, and the challenger right to the stomach, right to the midsection, and now right between the eyes.
Gacy not afraid to go low if it behooves him to do so.
Crash and burn for Breaker, almost knocked all the way up the aisle here at NXT Spring Breakin'. But look, Gacy's got to remember he must get the champion back in the ring. Title cannot change hands on a countout. And Gacy methodically now. Oh, Breaker switching gears. Oh, and Gacy mowing over the champion.
He's cleaned the clock of Bron Breakker just when Bron was taking
You
control.
won't miss a second of the action as the NXT title match rolls on. Back live, NXT Spring Break-In. This about the NXT Championship for Bron Breakker. It's about family. It's about standing up for his father. It's about retaining his NXT title. And it's for Joe Gacy. It's about molding NXT into his vision. And you look at Gacy, he certainly has changed since arriving to NXT.
Changed in many ways, but still creeping me the hell out. Listen, slowly the cat has been let out of the bag by Joe Gacy. Certainly nothing to do with inclusivity. It's about this man gaining power and control in NXT, and that is exactly what's happening here.
Gacy for the title, into the cover, hook of the leg. Breaker kicks out, and look, Gacy really has turned himself almost into a master of fear.
So softly approach when he first got here to NXT.
Off the leg drop into another cover, another kick out by the champion.
A lot of people creeped out by him from the beginning, but did manage to win over some hearts and minds and some followers. The message has since changed from inclusivity to one of aggression. And those early followers must now think to themselves, what the hell is going to happen to me if I try stepping away from Gacy?
The manipulative Joe Gacy said he has to be the one to lead, and did I just see one of those followers that you were just talking about?
Joe Gacy has followers popping up everywhere.
Well, in Gacy's mind, he believes he's done nothing wrong, almost dogmatic in nature.
Well, you mentioned he wants to lead everyone. Where the hell is he going to lead us to? That is the question. Dogmatic in nature, certainly one creepy individual, highly untrustworthy, if you ask me.
Well, if Gacy continues to fly into this matchup, he could be the NXT champion, and we might find out sooner rather than later. But right now, for Bron Breakker, the champion continuing to move, continuing to fight it. Oh, that 4.340 speed running through Gacy. You ever been hit by a brick wall that runs that fast?
Absolutely not. The juggernaut has become unleashed here, but Joe Gacy once again going as low as he can to take back control.
Gacy again planning the champion, the challenger into the cover, title on the line, and Breakker fighting and kicking out once again. What the hell?
I'm getting the heebie-jeebies just looking at us, checking behind my own back.
Well, Gacy said that family can only be tested through fire. Has told Breakker time and time again, he did this all for him. He asked Breakker to take a leap of faith. We saw how that worked out as the NXT Universe trying to get behind the NXT champion who seems to have lost all momentum.
Crashing down to earth, a feeling that must be becoming rather familiar to Bron Breakker after these past few weeks.
Oh!
Count him out at your peril, however.
Breakker able to answer back. He heard from Joe Gacy earlier. Gacy vowed to change the world. As look in, and a bulldog tip of the hat to his father, Rick Steiner. Into the cover, hook of the leg, and a near fall as Gacy kicks out yet again.
That's a little frustration now beginning to etch itself on the face of Bron Breakker, but he looks controlled, looks pensive. Gacy taking all of this abuse and some, keep it on ticking.
We've seen Breakker overcome the odds in the past. As you are looking live here, NXT Spring Break-In for the NXT Championship. Champion charging in, challenger now trying to answer back, but gets planted.
Bron looking cool, calm, collected.
And this could be the beginning of the end for Gacy, who's able to slither free again.
Gacy is one big individual.
Oh, taking over. Frankensteiner up in belly to belly. Wasn't perfect, but was it enough? And another near fall for Gacy.
Attempted block there from Gacy. I think Bron just raw powered him over. Clearly wasn't quite enough to retain the championship quite yet, but you get the feeling he's got the momentum.
Bron Breakker, we've talked about it time and time again, harnessing his emotions, overcoming the odds, keeping his composure.
I'll put it this way, if my father was attacked, I would not be able to keep my own composure. I didn't think Bron had a chance, but he's doing a fine job in there.
Breakker continuing to push forward, and Breakker now again measuring Gacy. Gacy able to sidestep one more time. And right to the lower back, and now Gacy. Could Joe Gacy be closing in on becoming NXT champion? Relentless is the challenger.
The methodical assault on Bron Breakker.
Powerbomb! Do we have a new champion? And Breakker kicks out.
Just somehow enough to keep going in this one. Joe Gacy not believing his eyes, thought he just tasted gold for the first time here in NXT.
So close for Joe Gacy, who said we should all fear what happens if he doesn't win the title tonight.
I'm not done. I'm gonna take that title away from you.
Gacy into the face of the champion. Gacy measuring Breakker. Breakker, spear! The Defiant champion, cracking ribs into the cover. Breakker retains.
Here's your winner, and still the NXT champion, Bron Breakker.
Bron Breakker taken to hell and back over these past couple of months here at NXT, and indeed in this matchup, but showing that unyielding nature once again, retaining and putting Joe Gacy away finally.